Hello everyone, this is Angel Esquivel here, and today's video, I'm going to be ranking every movie I've seen in April 2026, worst to best. So, without further ado, let's get to the rankings. Like March, April also happens to be a good month with some good movies, but before we mention the good movies, I first like to start off with some movies that are really bad for this month. And it's not that much, but it's still bad. So, starting off with number 10, at the number 10 spot, Mother Mary. Obviously, I made a video on expressing how much I don't like this movie. Just so far, it's only getting 20 views, so to me, that's a lot. Yeah, like I said, this movie was dull, it was boring. It tries to go deep, but it's just boring. The only thing good about this is that, yeah, there's some, like, shots or cinematography shots that look really good. I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't save the movie. The music, it's not my style. Don't really care for it. The actors did okay. But doesn't save the movie either. So yeah, that's why this movie is at my number 10 spot. At my number 9, Face of Death. I actually expected this movie to be really good, because I saw a promotional poster for this movie saying, something that's like it's sensitive to the point that it might make you be sensitive to it or something like that. I was like, oh shit, so we may get something like a Terrifier 3 situation where it's gonna be very gory, but no, in fact, most of the time this movie is just like expedition after expedition after expedition of like, oh, where's the serial killer doing? What's he up to? Is the footage even real or not? There are only like, let's see, like 1, 2, 3. There are only like I guess there were only like 3 or 4 kills in this movie, but then again, it was just ordinary. It didn't feel there was nothing like original or like shocking about the kills. It was just another generic slasher. And then towards the end of the movie, I just felt very disappointed. This was, obviously, it's not as boring as Mother Mary, but then again, I was disappointed. So that's why this movie is in my number 9 spot. Number 8, You, Me, and Tuskegee. This movie is not bad, even though it's on the lower side, but the reason I put this there is because obviously there's more movies that are better than this movie, but which I'll get to later. You, Me, and Tuskegee, it's a really good movie. You might get a chuckle like once or twice in that movie. There's at times it's funny. I do like the cooking scenes in this movie because obviously they're in Italy and our main protagonist, I forgot what her name is. She likes cooking, so when she goes to Italy, they're known for like cooking their food from like freshly made, and so obviously for someone who likes to cook, obviously since I'm fat, those scenes were like probably like the best part of the movie for me. The romance, it's okay. I'm not really into like not much of a big fan of like rom-coms or something like that unless it's done right. There's some exceptions. But this movie, it's okay at best. So that's why it's at my number 8 spot. Doesn't mean it's bad, unlike the last 2 I mentioned. It's just there's more better movies that I'll mention later. Starting at my number 7 spot, Normal. I thought I wasn't really expecting much from this movie. Starring the guy from who played Saul Goodman. What's his name? I literally wrote down his name right here. I think it's got to be around here. Oh yeah, Bob Odenkirk. Yeah, I keep finding shocking that he can play an action role like really good. Like I'm always used to him seen as Better Call or like Saul Goodman because he's like, but in this movie he plays such a really cool character in that movie. The action, it's really cool. I like the kill scenes. The only downside is that the choreography. This is the one problem I have with like certain action movies that have like choreography. It's that whenever it's like they shake the camera too much, or they cut too much. Like they keep cutting like too much to one angle to another, and the camera shakes. Like when when I see that, I kind of know that, like, yeah, you kind of just do that as the effect to make the fighting scene look better. But in fact, I feel like it ruins it. It's like you don't have to keep doing that. But overall, it's a really good film, and I recommend anyone to watch it as well. I mean, if it's still in theaters, I mean, or you can just watch it on TV and streaming if it, once it gets there. So that's why this movie at my number 7 spot. Number 6, the drama. Both Zendaya and Robert Pattinson do such a amazing job on what they were given. A24, like, sometimes, like, like Mother Mary, they make also bad movies, but with the drama, you keep forgetting they also make good movies, and that's what makes A24 such a good studio, is that they like to bring the best out of every actor they bring out, or it could just be the director. It's like, I like how A24 does that. They let anyone do what they want to do. And with this movie, it's like you could see that there was so much like passion into the acting and what they were given. Like the whole premise of Zendaya's character, her confessing to like, oh, like she almost wanted to do like she almost wanted to do some school shooting thing, but then she kind of like realized like, oh, like this isn't right. But then as she confesses to that to like her fiance and her friends, her stupid bitch friend decides to gossip behind her back during their marriage, and it's like it creates the whole drama, and it literally just all because of that, all because of that. Yeah, and Robert Pattinson obviously does a really good job in Zendaya. The story is also well written. Towards the end, it's like it kind of leaves off with like almost like a cliffhanger, like a little bit, but yeah, it's a really good movie. I don't know if it's still in theaters, but I mean, it's been a while there, but yeah, really good movie. That's why it's at my number 6 spot. Although this movie does live up to the name, the drama, but I feel like, on my number 5 spot, it's like the drama, but even like further, and it's over your dead body. It's literally like the drama, but then again, like more extreme. Both, I also wrote down their names again. I keep forgetting where. Oh yeah, Samara Weaving and Jason Segel doing an amazing job with their interaction, their arguments, them trying to kill each other. But then there's another twist that now the prisoners keep them both hostage, and now they gotta work together to escape or fight off the prisoners. And now they're like, it makes them makes them like be in love with each other again. It's a really good premise, and it's really funny. You'll get a really good laugh out of it. Within the first 20 minutes, it will be like a little boring. It's 20 to 30 minutes around there. But after that, it gets better and interesting. So yeah, I definitely recommend you go see that movie. So that's why that movie is in my number 5 spot. Number 4, The Mummy. It's crazy. With The Mummy, I actually liked the whole, like, even though it's not the scariest movie of the month or the scariest, like, Universal monster movie scene of this generation, but I do like the practical effects and the story that it's given. I also liked how it's also like its own Elseworld story and not tied to Universal, because, Universal has their own plans for The Mummy, like next year with, Brendan Fraser and the other old cast from The Mummies. Another thing I like about in Lee Cronin's The Mummy is that it is really gross at times. Like, I'm surprised how gross they actually made it in this movie. As a kid, I grew up watching like the first 2 the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser. There's scenes where it also gets gross, but it's not like R-rated gross. It's just like PG-13 gross. But watching this, I'm like, dude, this movie just like outdoes those. The characters do it, obviously, for another horror film, like they do an okay job, but it's just like for a horror film, obviously they're gonna be dumb decisions. But the practical effects are amazing. It's really amazing. It's not the scariest horror movie of this month, but it is, probably like the second best, because there's another one that I'll mention later. So that's why The Mummy is at my number 4 spot. Number 3, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm not a big, even though I'm not a big fan of Super Mario or the Nintendo or Illumination's animation in general, because I really don't like their character models, how they look in other movies, like, for example, the Despicable Me franchise. I don't like how their characters are just, they're big like this and they got tiny long legs. It's just skinny long legs. It just looks weird. But I like how in this movie they make it like stand out on its own, where they grab the character models from the game and apply it to their animation. It is just, I actually love the animation. I love the movie. The voice actors do an amazing job. Obviously, Chris Pratt just comes off as obvious as, oh, it's just Chris Pratt voice is playing Mario. But with Bowser, dude, I forget how good of a voice actor he is. He's such a good voice actor. I forget that it's Jack Black. Oh, and to the people who are, and in my last video when I made the Super Mario Galaxy review, I just want to say, sorry that I misnamed Fox McCloud and mistaken his name Fox McCain. Honestly, the word Kane just got stuck in my head, and I thought that's what the character's name. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out. The animation, also, I think I already mentioned, it is really good. I love how the slow motions they also used in that movie. It's funny. The kids even loved it, which is really amazing, because like, if you have kids enjoying an animated movie, you did a good job at that. There's a lot of slow-mos in this movie. It doesn't bother me. I actually love slow-mos, but there is a point where it does get, overused at times. But yeah, it doesn't ruin the movie at all. So that's why it's at my number 3 spot. Number 2, Exit 8. I was surprised how they made this movie. I loved at the beginning part how they started on the first person perspective, like in the video game, because this also is based from a indie horror video game, and I find it amazing how they were able to film it, like, to kind of like go in this loop. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that they had to like make like a lot of those spaces just to film that. I'm pretty sure they probably used like those Ray-Ban recording glasses to film that. But then towards I think 20 minutes or 15 around there, that's when they go into like just a traditional like filming style of like horror films. The actors do an amazing job. I'm not too familiar with them, obviously, because it's a foreign movie from Japan. The director does an amazing job making this movie too. And there's a lot that they left out from the game, because in the game there's like a few more like anomalies that are in the game, but in the movie just did not made it. I think obviously to kind of like focus on the character story. But I'm hoping that the guy or someone makes a sequel, because that would be really amazing. I hope that they do not make an American remake, because I think I heard some rumor that they want to make an American remake, but I'm like, I don't want that. I prefer to keep it Japanese, because Asians in general, they're really good with horror films. So that's why this movie is in my number 2 spot. Number 1, and this is the best April 26 movie is, and obviously, Michael. This is probably got to be the best biopic I've seen like in a long while. And I remember as a kid thinking like, I've never seen a based on a true story movie of Michael Jackson. All I see is just like movies of just showing like concerts and stuff like that, or documentaries. But we finally get a biopic. Jafar Jackson, the nephew of Michael Jackson, does an amazing job at Michael Jackson, and it was so perfect that they casted him as Michael Jackson. And I actually heard that when him singing, that like when it came to the music parts, I heard that he was actually singing his songs. I was like, dude, that's even perfect. And just recently, I just heard that they're working on Michael Jackson 2, or Michael 2, And I'm like, oh, that's perfect, because there's so much room for his story. The other characters, the actors do an amazing job. The director also does an amazing job, directing this movie. I hope that he comes back to make this one and not anyone else. Because I'm more of like the guy who likes the first director to make the second film better. And when they tried and when they make like when they replicate like the music videos like he does like the Thriller or other songs, it also feels amazing. I also see other videos on Instagram or YouTube where they're filming their theater and everyone's just cheering. It's like it feels like a concert. Sadly, in my experience when watching IMAX, we didn't get that. Although it was cool to see other people dressed like Michael Jackson. I thought it was really cool. And I saw a little kid dressed like Michael Jackson too. That was really cute. Sadly, we didn't get like the whole like everyone cheering and stuff. But then again, I like that everyone just likes to just listen. But yeah, Michael Jackson is at my number 1 spot. So, just to recap. Number 10, Mother Mary. Boring. Don't recommend it. Don't waste your money on that. Number 9, Face of Death. Just a generic horror film. Number 8, You, Me, and Tuskegee. It's okay, rom-com movie, I mean, if you have a couple, and if you're in a relationship, it's a good movie that you probably will like it. If you're single, it's just sad. Number 7, Normal. It's cool action film. I really like Bob Odenkirk's performance in this action film. Really good. Number 6, The Drama. It lives up to its name. Number 5, Over Your Dead Body. Crazy, intense, and just funny. Number 4, The Mummy. A little scary, gross, and just also like an interesting, story to the Mummy franchise. Number 3, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Love the animation, the performances, the voice casting does an amazing job. Number 2, Exit 8. It's probably got to be the best horror film of this month. I mean, it's also a good horror film so far. Alongside with Undertone. I'm gonna be bringing that up a lot when it comes to horror films. I know. And number 1 for the best April 2026 movie, Michael Jackson. It's just he's Michael Jackson. There's not much to explain. Yeah, April. You done it again. The 2026 done it again with April. April, good month. Now I'm excited for May. And May we're gonna get a lot of good movies. Like there's one called Obsession. I'm really excited to watch that one. This upcoming week I'm gonna watch The Devil Wears Prada 2. There's another horror film I'm gonna watch. I forgot what's its name. It's from Neon. It's from the studio called Neon. I think you guys would know. There's a lot. Oh, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah. May may be even better than this month. But this month also still had good movies. Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree and disagree? Or do you guys disagree with my rankings? I would really like to hear your thoughts and opinions. And also, I would like to know what you guys rank for your April 2026 movies. Please, I need comments. Please make me relevant. I'm just kidding. No, you can comment anytime you want. You have free will. Well, that's going to be today's ranking of movies review. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon up there. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram page called Thunderstruck1810. This is Angel Esquivel here. And as always... Fire!